Hi, this is Mardy once again and welcome to my channel. Juan Luna de San Pedro y Novicio Ancheta was a Filipino painter, sculptor, and a political activist of the Philippine Revolution during the late 19th century. He became one of the first recognized Philippine artists. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. At para updated kayo sa mga susunod kong videos, please click the bell notification below. At sana po, don't skip the ads and please watch until the end of my video. Ipinanganak sa bayan ng Badok, Ilocos Norte sa Hilagang Pilipinas, si Luna ang ikatlo sa 7 anak ni Joaquin Luna de San Pedro y Posadas at Laureana Novicio y Ancheta. Noong 1861, lumipat ang pamilya Luna sa Maynila at nagtungo siya sa Ateneo Municipal de Manila kung saan nakuha niya ang kanyang Bachelor of Arts degree. Mahusay siya sa pagpipinta at pagguhit at naimpluwensyahan ng kanyang kapatid na si Manuel N. Luna, na ayon sa makabayang Pilipino, si Jose Rizal ay mas mahusay na pintor kaysa kay Juan mismo. Nag-enroll si Luna sa Escuela Nautica de Manila, ngayon ay Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, at naging isang marino. Kumuha siya ng mga aralin sa pagguhit sa ilalim ng kilalang guro sa pagpipinta na si Lorenzo Guerrero ng Ermita, Manila. Nag-enroll din siya sa Academy of Fine Arts sa Maynila kung saan siya ay naimpluwensyahan at tinuruan kung paano gumuhit ng Spanish artist na si Agustin Saiz. Sa kasamaang palad, hindi nasiyahan sa kanyang guro ang malakas na paghampas ni Luna at pinalabas si Luna sa akademya. Nagayunpaman, humanga si Guerrero sa kanyang husay at hinimok si Luna na maglakbay sa Madrid upang ipagpatuloy ang kanyang trabaho. In 1883, Luna began painting commissioned by the Ayuntamiento. In May 1884, he sent the large canvas depicting the Spolarium to Madrid for the annual Exposition Nacional de Bellas Artes. Notably, he was the inaugural recipient of one of the 3 gold medals awarded at the exhibition, garnering recognition from both connoisseurs and art critics in attendance. Noong June 25, 1884, isang pagtitipon ng mga maharlikang Pilipino at Espanyol ang nag-organisa ng isang kaganapan upang ipagdiwang ang tagumpay ni Luna sa eksibisyon. Sa panahon ng kaganapan, si Rizal ay naghanda ng isang talumpati na pinupuri ang kanyang kaibigan na nagbibigay diin sa 2 makabuluhang aspeto ng kanyang likhang sining: ang kadakilaan ng henyo at ang kadakilaan ng kanyang artistikong kahusayan. Well regarded for work done in the modern of European academies of his time, Luna painted literary and historical scenes from with an underscore of political commentary. His allegorical works were inspired by classical balance and often showed figures in theatrical poses. On December 4, 1886, Luna married Maria de la Paz Pardo de Tavera, a sister of his friends Felix and Trinidad Pardo de Tavera. The couple traveled to Venice and Rome and settled in Paris. They had one son whom they named Andres and a daughter, Maria de la Paz, nicknamed Bibi, who died when she was 3 years old. Luna was fond of his wife. However, the jealous Luna frequently accused Paz of having an affair with a certain Monsieur Duzac. Finally, in a fit of jealousy, he shut the door wherein his wife was behind, killing his wife and mother-in-law, and wounding his brother-in-law Felix in the process. On September 22, 1892, he was arrested and murder charges were filed against him. Luna was acquitted of the charges on February 8, 1893 on the grounds that it had been a crime of passion. Noong 1894, bumalik si Luna sa Pilipinas at naglakbay sa Japan noong 1896. Bumalik sa panahon ng Philippine Revolution of the Cry of Balintawak. Noong September 16, 1896, siya at ang kanyang kapatid na si Antonio Luna ay inaresto ng mga otoridad ng Espanya dahil sa pagkakasangkot sa rebelding hukbo ng Katipunan. Sa kabila ng kanyang pagkakakulong, nakagawa pa rin si Luna ng isang likhang sining na ibinigay niya sa isang paring dumadalaw. Siya ay pinatawad ng mga korte ng Espanya noong May 27, 1897 at pinalaya mula sa bilangguan at siya ay naglakbay pabalik sa Espanya noong July. Bumalik siya sa Maynila noong November 1898. Noong 1898, siya ay hinirang na Executive Board ng Revolusyonaryong Gobyerno ng Pilipinas bilang miyembro ng delegasyon ng Paris na nagtatrabaho para sa diplomatikong pagkilala ng Republika Filipina. Noong 1899, nang malagdaan ang Treaty of Paris noong 1898, si Luna ay pinangalanang miyembro ng delegasyon sa Washington, D.C. upang igiit ang pagkilala sa pamahalaan ng Pilipinas. Bumalik siya sa Pilipinas noong December 1899 nang mabalitaan ang pagpatay ng Kawit Batalyon sa kanyang kapatid na si Antonio sa Cabanatuan. Naglakbay siya sa Hong Kong at namatay doon noong December 7, 1899 from cardiac arrest. Ang kanyang labi ay inilibing sa Hong Kong at noong 1920 ay hinukay at hinago sa bahay ni Andres Luna. Nakalaunan ay inilipat sa isang angkop na lugar sa crypt of San Agustin Church sa Pilipinas. 5 years later, Juan would be reinstated as a world-renowned artist and Piplia Hua. His last major work was acclaimed as the best entry to the St. Louis World's Fair in St. Louis, Missouri. Some of his paintings were destroyed by fire in World War II. Thank you very much for watching. And according to Joseph Campbell, we must be willing to let go of the life we plan, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Special thanks to my source from Google, https://en.wikipedia.org, photo credits to https://www.pinterest.com, and inspirational quote credits to https://www.realsimple.com.